NAB 2017. We're here at the Adobe booth. We're going to find out what's new inside Premiere Pro next.
As is usual at NAB, we've come with a host of new versions of all of our video and audio applications. That's After Effects, Premiere Pro, Audition, and Character Animator.
Okay.
What's different this year, though, just to sort of set the scene, is that for the first time, I think ever, we've at the same time as announcing the products and the features, we've actually released them to Creative Cloud. So that's really cool, because what it means is that the things we're talking about on the booth, the things I showed at Supermeet last night, are available to Creative Cloud members right now. So all of these features we're showing and talking about are real and in the hands of our users. This is a really big release for Premiere Pro, because what we've really started to think about is editors are telling us more and more that they don't just edit anymore, because the turnarounds are so much faster, the amount of content they need to create is so much greater. They need to be able to do much more than just be brilliant editors. They need to be able to color grade in the editing environment. They need to be able to make audio sound right in the editing environment, and they need to work with motion graphics. So with that context, we've thought about what we did with color a couple of versions ago. We introduced something that we call the Lumetri color panel.
Okay.
This is all of the great color science that came from SpeedGrade, but inside Premiere Pro, and I always like to say, sort of in context of how the editor would approach it. So you don't need to be a color grading expert to be successful with color with Lumetri. We've done the same with audio and motion graphics this time. So you'll see a new panel that's called the Essential Sound panel. Think of Essential Sound, if you like, as Lumetri for audio.
Okay.
So it's designed to help editors make things sound fantastic without needing deep audio knowledge or skills.
Okay.
So you can select a bunch of audio and tell the ESP, the Essential Sound panel, what it is. Is it dialogue? Is it music? Is it effects? Is it ambience? And then once you've allocated that kind of that role, we then present you with simple, understandable, intuitive controls to make that sound better. So for example, you could range select hundreds of dialogue clips and just say auto match loudness. And instead of having to do a complex mix on faders, which you might not be comfortable doing, we'll loudness analyze and make everything about the same level. So you can do a dialogue mix in a couple of clicks, which is crazy. And it goes much deeper than that, of course. The really cool thing is what it's actually doing is, under the hood, it's putting plugins on audio effects on these clips, and it's manipulating multiple parameters in one go.
Okay.
So you could, if you choose to, you can go deeper into those plugins and effects, manipulate those parameters, or at least see what's happening. So we like to think of it almost as progressive disclosure, right? So you've got the ESP, high level, you can be successful there, you can go deeper and deeper into the effects, and then ultimately take it to Audition if you want to. And we've done a lot in recent versions to make Premiere Pro much more accessible to the new user. You'll see more in this version and more as we go forward. We know that there is a balance to be struck between adding loads of features and, as such, complexity to the product, but also making it approachable. You talk about YouTubers, there is no question that the type of people creating video in the modern age is very different to the type of people who were creating it just 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So the tools need to be accessible and easy to operate. Things like motion graphics templates, though, I really think are actually pretty aimed quite squarely at that type of user, because if you can get a high quality template you can throw onto a track and just change the text and it looks professional, but you haven't had to go into After Effects and build it and understand how it works, you're successful. If you can record a voiceover on a track, but you don't know how to set an EQ or a compressor, but you can go to Essential Sound and effectively say, make this sound better,
Yeah.
that I think is perfect for this type of user. So we also have done things like look at the assembly workspace in Premiere, so providing workspaces that are specific to an area of work. So assembly is really just, here's my clips, here's a timeline, here's a monitor. So it's super quick, obvious, throw a sequence together type work. We talk to these types of users a great deal, and while we are trying to build a high-end non-linear editor that Hollywood editors will want to use, we're also very mindful of the fact that this new emerging video creator needs to find our tools accessible as well. So we do try to strike that balance with features like that as well.
That's over at Adobe Premiere Pro CC. Check it out. Of course, go over to geekazine.com. Check out all the NAB videos. YouTube.com/Geekazine. Until next time, you guys geek out.